So, hello everyone. My name is Guza Chris, as you know, and this is my YouTube channel. And as many of you know, 1 year ago, I was in a very, very bad state of my life. But today I'm here. I'm grateful and I'm alive. And as you know, I'm sober. Today is my 1 year anniversary of sobriety. So it was a hard journey, but with the help of God and friends and family, I made it. And so I can now proudly say it's been 1 year without me drinking any alcohol. Before I start telling you how I got through the journey of being sober, I want to take you back what made me start drinking in the first place. I grew up seeing people in my family, because we were Catholics, and for the Catholics, drinking is allowed. Yeah. So I grew up seeing all the grown-ups in my family drinking everything, and I was like, I wasn't that much into drinking, to be honest, but it got to a worse state when I was in high school. When I was in high school, like studying, my friends all drank alcohol, and I was like, if I don't drink alcohol, maybe they will look at me in a different perspective. They will not see me as cool. People will start thinking I'm a nerd, because you know how high school can affect your mental health. And that's when I started drinking, but it was not on the high level. But as the time went by, and when I got into grade 11, when I got into grade 11, my father passed away. I think that event triggered something in me, and I started drinking on a high level, and sometimes I could even black out, because I was like drinking, trying to forget everything I was going through. I started drinking to take my mind off some thoughts I've been dealing with, because losing a parent is not an easy thing. I think that was the big thing that made me take alcohol on a high level. Drinking was like a normal activity on our school. So that's where my drinking addiction became worse. And the thing I've told you before, the peer pressure, the peer pressure of how will people see me, how will people think if they are drinking and I'm not drinking, they will say I'm not cool. That's peer pressure, and the death of my parent are two big things that led me to consume alcohol on a higher level. It continued like 2 years, 3 years, still drinking. I thought drinking was cool. I thought if someone see me drinking like many alcohol and I don't get drunk, they will see me as, hey, that guy is tough, that guy is strong. He can handle all that liquor, he can handle all that beers. But honestly, I was lying to myself, and on a deeper level, I was destroying myself, I was destroying my health, I was destroying the connection I had with my friends, my family, because most of the time when you drink, the things you do, the things you say are not the real you, because alcohol can be an influence to you. It can be a push for you to do certain things that you wouldn't do in a normal state. So that's why I started drinking. Yeah, I think many of our generation drink because drinking looks cool, drinking is cool. If I drink with my people, they will see me as cool, everything. But honestly, everything is not as good as you think. When you see on the brighter side, you would see that alcohol is limiting your own potential. Alcohol is bringing you down as a human, as a person, as a friend, as a brother, as a sister. So on my side, that's why That's the main reason I've started drinking. I drank all those years back then, and I always felt like I was the cool guy because, I drink, I can handle a certain amount of liquor or beers. Yeah. But there is this one thing I'm grateful for is, even though I drank alcohol many years, I never smoked anything in my life. That's the one thing I'm grateful for, because I know it would have been hard for me to quit like smoking, because I know many of my friends who struggle with quitting to smoke. I think on that part, now you understand why I drank in the first place. So that's how my journey of drinking started. I'm back here on a segment on where I tell you what really made me quit drinking. Like, what was the reason, what was the push, and how it started. And many people I know who have become sober, they quit drinking because something terrible happened to them, like an accident, or they have faced a very big problem that they have to rethink their life again so they can quit drinking. But for me, I wouldn't say that I faced any big problems to push me from quitting alcohol, but my story on how I quit alcohol is like this. It was on 26th of August last year, 2024, and I was, like I've told you, I was very outgoing with friends, drinking, everything. But there is this one friend of mine, she had a birthday party, and we went into that birthday party of hers, and there were many drinks, I would say many liquors, many beers, everything you can say of alcohol was there, because it's a birthday party. With the people who drinks, it's reasonable that there will be a high amount of alcohol. And I was having fun with friends, everything. On that day, I was like, I'm not drinking any liquor, I will take like one beer. So I took one beer, and we were having a conversation, we were outside laughing, everything. And this one moment that hit me, and I was like quite silent, and I was into my thoughts. They say Holy Spirit's work, and I think that was a work of the Holy Spirit, because you wouldn't convince me otherwise on how I was having fun with my friends. Everyone was there, we were having fun, and all of a sudden I went into my thoughts and started thinking random thoughts from nowhere. I think that was a sign from God. I think that was the Holy Spirit speaking through me. And there are these questions I've asked myself that time. I asked myself, like, why do I drink? Why do I consume alcohol? Like, what does it bring to my life? And I analyzed it, and I feel like instead of bringing something into my life, alcohol was taking something from my life, And I feel like the power of God is really powerful, because those are the thoughts I wouldn't have thought on my own if it wasn't for the Holy Spirit. I asked myself another question, like, does drinking alcohol make you any better? Like, does consuming alcohol give you the peace of mind? The peace of mind, does it make you feel relaxed? Like, I rewinded back on every time I've took alcohol. Sometimes I did things that I would not have done in my normal state, and that's when I knew something was speaking to me. And I asked myself, like, how was this contributing anything to my life? And I was like, First of all, I drink alcohol and I wake up in the morning feeling dizzy, like, the hangover, everything. I drink alcohol and the next day I wouldn't be productive as the first day I was productive. When I drink alcohol, the next morning, sometimes I'll be arguing with people over things I did last night when I was drunk. So that's like flipped the switch in me and was like, I've looked on all aspects and I've seen that there is nothing I've seen even a little bit of nothing that is a good outcome from me drinking alcohol, because I've thought everything even in the past that I've done when drunk, and I said everything that I've done in the past was not worth it, and it was all because of the alcohol as an influence. So I decided to give a task to myself. At that time, that was the time I've started like going to the gym, everything, but I started giving myself a challenge. It was not like I did not say that I'm quitting alcohol instantly, but I gave myself an assignment. I'm saying, okay, let me stop drinking for a month, 1 month, and see what good it could do to my life. So I put that thought in my mind. I'm saying like, for 1 month, I'm not drinking any alcohol. I'm dedicating this challenge to me. I'm not drinking any alcohol. When I'm done with my 1 month, I can go again and drink. But this 1 month, I have to see if I can resist drinking alcohol. So I gave a task to myself on that day, that night, on 26th of August last year, 2024. In the morning, I woke up because that night I didn't even drink that much. I drank that one beer only. And the next morning I woke up, I was like, okay, last night I gave a challenge to myself, so I'm going to stick to it and see if I can achieve it. And as the time went, a week passed by, because a week was not that big. A week passed by and I was going out with my friends again that time. And they all ordered their drinks, beers, liquors, there were bottles everywhere. And I ordered a soda. And most of my friends busted out of laughs and they say like, the Chris we know is drinking a soda. That is not reasonable. That they were like, you are joking. You're just going to mix that soda with the liquor. We know. I'm saying no. I'm not taking alcohol today. I was serious. Them serious to their face. I'm not drinking today. And they were like, that you're just kidding. I said I'm not drinking today. And most of them thought like maybe there's something that happened. We will not drink today, but maybe we drink next time. Then the next time came, I also ordered a bottle of water. And they were like, whoa, are you good? I said I'm good. I'm just not drinking in this month. It was like, they were like, no, you will not make it 1 month without drinking. I was like, you bet. They said, I will bet everything. I was like, okay, bet. I will prove you wrong. That was a spark for me to achieve that thing. So I stick to my plan, and 1 month passed by, and I was like, whoa, 1 month was not even that hard. And when I look back, I've seen everything I've spent in that month. I've seen everything that I have bought, everything that I have achieved in that month. I said I've never achieved any of these things in the last 5 months when I was drinking. So how much could I achieve if I made this 2 months again? I said, okay, the first month is over. I'm going to add another month of trial and see if I can resist 2 months. So like that was the trigger of everything. I was consistent in the gym. I was seeing the results. I was feeling very healthy than before. And my life was online. Everything I was doing was productive. Every conversation I was having with my friends, with my family, it was meaningful, with my thoughts online, without an influence of an alcohol. So I said, I'm going to take this second month to see if I can do it. The funny thing is, the second month went by without me noticing. And I noticed that it had been 2 months and a half without me drinking. So I was like, yo, so it already has been 2 months and a half without me drinking. I was like, yo, that's an achievement. Some of my friends were like, hey, we didn't believe that you would do this. And some of my friends that I used to hang out with, we didn't hang out anymore because I was not drinking. And they were like, that nigga is not drinking. Some people are lost on the way on this journey, but as the time passes by, I'm seeing that the people I've lost was very worth it to lose over everything I've achieved. So I said, let me complete like 3 months, then we will see what happens. I will decide what happens. Then again, 3 months went by without me noticing. I noticed with like 3 months and a week, I was like, yo, like if I can resist 3 months without drinking, why am I even drinking? Like I've told you, it's like there was a spirit, a Holy Spirit in me, speaking through me. And I was like, okay, I've spent like 3 months without drinking. I'm just going to make it official. I'm quitting drinking. I'm not drinking alcohol again, because what would I have spent all these 3 months for? It would be for nothing. And yeah, I took a decision that I will not be drinking anymore. And as those 3 months passed by, everything became easier. The temptation, the loneliness, everything. Like the temptation I had in the first month of me quitting was not the same as the temptation I had in 3 months. And when 6 months passed by, I felt like drinking was not my thing. Yeah. So that's how my journey of quitting to drink was like. And now today I'm celebrating 1 year of sobriety, and I'm very grateful for all the support I've gained throughout the whole journey. Some people, I posted that I became sober, and they supported me throughout the comments, throughout the likes, throughout the messages, the DMs, saying they are proud. Even strangers, without me knowing them or them knowing me, they texted me telling me they are proud. And yeah, I think that's a very good thing to be proud of. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. As you have heard, I told you about my journey on everything, on how I quit drinking, on how I started drinking. And now I'm going to tell you about the perfect side of quitting alcohol, like being sober for almost it's a full year now. Yeah, for a year now. The positive side I've seen on my side is that I've been productive, very productive than before when I was drinking. And my relationship with family and friends have improved, because when you are not influenced by alcohol, you think wise, you speak wise, and you act wise, because you are not under any influence of an alcohol. And the decisions I've took before are different from the decision I'm taking now. Sometimes I worked to get the money, and when I got the money, I invested that money into alcohol. So right now I'm using my income to do better things, to support myself. Yeah, I think when you look on the brighter side, quitting alcohol was the best decision of my life. And I know some people think it's hard, but when you are dedicated to something, you can do it. And it all requires sacrifices. You need to sacrifice your happiness, your temptations, your satisfactions for those friends of yours. And you need to move forward with everything you want to become. If you want to become better, you act like it. You can't say you want to become better and on that same day you say that, you go out, you drink, you black out, you wake up without knowing what happened. That is not advisable. That is not a decision as a grown you should be taking. And the one thing I can tell to all my viewers here who are struggling with quitting alcohol, even any other temptation, smoking, everything, the one thing I can say is like, if I was able to do it, I know you can also be able to do it, because I'm not anything special than you. I'm not dedicated more than you. You may even be dedicated more than me, but if I was able to quit alcohol, I know for a fact that you can also do it. So I think that's it for my journey. I've shared everything I went through on my journey of being sober, and it was a nice time catching up with you, everyone. I'm just grateful that I've been given this platform to share what I've achieved and to help the next generation to better themselves and to do the same things I've did to improve their lives. And I think that's it for today. And make sure you go down in the comments if you have a question, if you have a struggle I can help you with. Just put it down in the comments, and I will get back to you. And so make sure you subscribe on my YouTube channel. I think that it was it for today. So peace out.